Hey, hello everybody, welcome. I am Argick and I'm going to be running Sonic Mania plus Sonic and Tails good ending for you here. So you can see we've got Mania ability, that is going to be our drop dash. We've got our time limit, our debug mode and Knuckles mode are unfortunately off at the moment, but we are ready to start our run. I will give you a countdown, we will go on go. I hope you're ready for this because this is going to be a fast-paced amazing run. 3, 2, 1, go! So we are off in Sonic Mania here. We are starting in Green Hill Act 1. We're going to start with our signature spin dash move here, and it's been upgraded in Sonic Mania here with the drop dash. The drop dash is effectively a mini spin dash that takes place while you're in the air, and we can use that to our advantage to keep ourselves on the go for as much as we can. Now, with this being good ending, that does mean that we are going to be going to get ourselves the Chaos Emeralds. So we're going to jump in and grab the bottom right here, which takes us to Emerald number 1. But don't blink or you'll miss it, because we're going to bounce off the wall Quake style. Quake Unreal Tournament style strafe jumping. We grabbing our emeralds straight away there, and we're going to be doing that for all 7 of them. We are supposed to get rings, we are supposed to get blue spheres. We do none of that, and we're just going straight through, and away we go. So we're going to come out of here immediately, and we're going to bust our way through some walls here. So spin dash charge, away we go. The best version of a spin dash is known as a 6-tap spin dash. I am playing on a classic Genesis style controller, so I can do what we call piano rolling. So I do 2 sections of piano rolls to give us a 6-tap spin dash and try and release on the very next frame to give us a perfect spin dash. Here's special stage number 2. We hold to the right, we hold back to the left, we jump over it all, and we grab it in about 2 seconds. There you go. That's a special stage. It is away. So that's 2 down, 5 to go. We will get them all by the end of Studio plus 1, assuming everything all goes correctly. So we're going to take ourselves back to the left here. We're going to jump our way down, heading towards the boss side. But before we do, we're going to grab an invincibility box here and use the little slope to our advantage to get some slope jumps here. And then head to the boss. 6 hits on this boss is required. It's going to be no problem for us because we're just going to jump 2, 3, repeat the process 1, 2, 3, and the boss is gone, using the invincibility so we can hit the boss when it's glowing orange as well. Of course, we have our buddy Tails here. He's very useful to the run, and you will find out soon why. So coming into Act 2 now. Act 2 in these games are... If it's a nostalgic stage, it has a complete makeover. It has a certain gimmick to it. The gimmick for Green Hill Act 2 here are these little zip lines. And we're going to try and not use as many of them as we can. And we're also going to grab our first elemental shield here, the fire shield. And that will allow us to do a horizontal dash. And on top of the horizontal dash, it also protects us from fire. So any fire damage will now not affect us, which is really good. Nice big jump with the fire dash straight over. And unfortunately, we now have to say goodbye to that special stage because I fell down the hole. So we're going to be grabbing a backup special stage. But it does mean we get to keep the fire shield. Unfortunately, we didn't get a big enough jump that we needed to get over to the water pit. And they put a little spring at the end there, which is very sneaky but also very unusual to have a spring hiding in a wall. So we're going to use Tails here. We'll see if we can just get him to fly for us. You're going to fly us up? No, we'll just wait for the capsule to come down then. Fire shield means that we'll dash away from Tails when we try and grab him. Tails will follow us on a very, very slight delay. Unlike the classic games, we have full control of Tails to some degree. And that we'll be able to use his flying ability to keep us going. And we'll be using it again to our advantage fairly soon. But here is Chemical Plant, which is a banger, of course. Straight through. We're going to take the top route here. IL route takes the bottom, but we are going for those Chaos Emeralds. Accidentally getting sniped from the guy as he managed to get his orb off before we died. So Emerald number 3 in this stage instead of Emerald number 4, but this is fine because what we'll do, bounce to the left, take it back to the right, and then we're just going to keep this speed going for as long as we can. And we're going to stop so we don't hit spikes. There's the spikes hiding there. Cut round the corner, take the racing line, grabbing the emerald. So the way these special stages are working is that we are trying to catch the UFO that has the emerald. Once you're in its sphere of influence, the special stage is considered completed and you grab the emerald. However, if you are jumping like we do towards the emerald, if you accidentally touch the ground or you fail to continue jumping, an anti-cheat mechanism will kick in, which will basically cause the emerald to run away and speed up away from you. So we want to make sure we are constantly jumping and moving at the highest possible speed, jumping over gaps, cutting corners, and just finishing the stages really, really quickly. Blue spheres are supposed to give us speed, we get up to Mach 2, then Mach 3, and we can catch the emerald that way. And then the rings are supposed to give us time. We do none of that in any of the emeralds. So I do have a number of backup big rings that we will be taking. So we'll grab a little extra one at the start of probably Studio Plus 1 we might go for. Actually, no, we'll go for it in Chemical Plant Act 2, because it means I can show you a little alternative route that people don't normally get to see, as we don't take that route. So we are just going to do some loop jumps on here. If we do them right, you gain a nice burst of speed on a loop jump. If you do it wrong, you come to a complete halt. So it's a risk-reward kind of gameplay style here. Now we have damage boost to the boss. So we're going to take a hit deliberately, use our invincibility frames here, and then continue damaging the boss through our iframes. So we're just going to jump in. Tails is going to try and help grab us some rings as well. As long as we've got one ring, we cannot die. So we make sure we grab them, and there we go. And that is it, done. This takes us into Chemical Plant Act 2, and Chemical Plant Act 2's gimmick is Flubber. Now, you just saw dark green Flubber here. Dark green Flubber, sorry, dark green. This is dark blue. Arg is not colorblind. Dark blue Flubber is very, very bad. It does damage. You get light blue Flubber, which will give you a small bounce, and then green Flubber, which is why it gets its name, will give you a very, very large bounce. We are going to take a slightly alternative route here. I'm going to slow down and just fall down the bottom here, because there's a secret panel in here, and we're going to wait for Tails, and we're going to use Tails just to fly us up this area here, making sure that we stop in time so we don't get hit by this guy. And then suddenly, there's another special stage ring right here. Don't normally see this, but it's a backup ring, and we're going to grab it really quickly, just like we're going to grab this emerald before it even gets around this first corner. Done. Just like that. And I'm going to take a drink, because popular to contrary belief, I do breathe and drink like a normal human being when I do commentary. But yeah, so that's a backup emerald there. That is fine. We're now back on track for our normal emeralds there. I want to hit the speed boost, because it will take us up and down to the other side. So instead of us using the green Flubber to our advantage, we went for the backup emerald instead. This is a very vertically based stage. It is also a cycle based stage. However, because we've went for the emerald, we're going to miss the cycle entirely, because you lose about 20 seconds going for that emerald instead. Not a problem for us though, because it just means we have to take it slightly slower. But making sure we have all the emeralds by the correct stage is very, very important. So again, we're going to stop. We're going to use the syringe to turn the blue Flubber into the green Flubber, and allow us just to navigate our way here. Doing an intentional damage boost on the spikes to head up, and then coming up to an enemy. Sniper, no snipey. He'll be hiding from us. We do a jump. Sniper, no snipey. And we go through the blue tubes. You always want to go through the blue color tubes, because they take you up and through the level. The red color tubes take you to other parts of the area that we do not necessarily need to go to. Purple Flubber is sticky. It will grab you and will also send you upwards in a sort of DNA pattern. We're going to skip that sequence though, and we're going to head straight through to our next emerald, which will take us to number 6. Emerald up here. Got a sniper going to try and snipe us, making sure we don't take damage by the squishy. Spikes are fine. Squish is not. Squish is insta-kill. Spikes are not a problem. And away we go into emerald stage number 6. This is the hardest one for me, so hopefully things will go according to plan. Let's jump over. We want to bounce and land on this. We're not getting a high enough speed here, so I'm just going to take it super safe. And by super safe, I mean we're just going to go really slow until we get around this corner, and then we're going to cut the corner and grab the emerald. I do have backups for all the emerald stages in case they go wrong. That stage, ideally, you gain a high amount of speed from the bumper, launch yourself over to where the emerald is. Unfortunately, if you run the risk of hitting the mines, you lose 10 seconds of time, and you will hit all 3 mines back to back guaranteed there, which instantly kicks you out the special stage. So that is the hardest one in my opinion. We are now, however, coming up to the best casual boss and worst speedrunning boss ever. It is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean soul-inducing Puyo machine. I am very bad at Puyo and Mean Bean. I apologize in advance to all puzzle fans who are watching this. I will try and match as many of these as I can, but don't ask me for any puzzle advice, because I ain't your guy. Not this time. So we are getting a decent enough pattern here right now. That's a blue-red, so I can take the blue, dump it down there. I'm looking for a few blue-yellows, though, if we can get them. That's another blue-green. I can use that, actually, because what we can then do is we can dump the green there. Green, green, double yellow is nice. That's a purple with a green on it. There's a blue with a green on it. I'm going to just take this. No, I'm not. I made a mistake. Well done, Arg. This is fine. We can recover. That's a blue and a red there. To take that. You need to go there. I need another blue, please, game. It's not going to give me a blue. I need a blue. We need a blue for the combo. This is what I get for messing it up. There's our blue. There's the blue. Take it down. Away we go. Here's the combo. One. Big combo. This should hopefully kill him, actually. Yep, he got us with a combo, but my combo is better than yours. When it drops, there it goes. Yeah, full screen fill up, sorted. A little bit slow there because unfortunately I placed the blue at the wrong area. I made the decision slightly too late of where I wanted to make it, but we didn't die. That's the main thing, and we're going to move into our first unique stage, which is Studiopolis. So again, we're just going to skip all the cutscenes here. We don't have to worry about any of them. We're going to move ourselves straight on and through. Spin dashing to the left to hit the spring, which puts us on a perfect cycle for the platform that is lowering ourselves down here. Going to do some more loop jumps around this area because we're going to just jump ourselves over and hopefully dodge ourselves these lovely bumpers that like to get in our way. Straight through and over by 16 seconds, which is really nice for us. And we're going to grab as many rings as we can because we're getting very close to Emerald 7. I hear Tails grabbing some rings for us, which is really good. Grabbing some speed shoes here, but speed shoes are of course pointless because you will lose them once you enter a special stage, and there is our last special stage ring right there. So we are going to jump in, stop, about turn, and in we go. Special stage number 7. We're going to immediately start by jumping to the left. Take it back now. There are no more walls and there are holes in the floor, and I want to make sure I don't fall down any of them. Going to try and catch the emerald as we come on there, and bang! There are all 7 Chaos Emeralds achieved in about, what, 12 minutes? I don't know. I'm not looking at a timer for safety reasons. And that means we can now turn into Supersonic. Supersonic can be obtained once you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds and get 50 rings, which we already have, so we can immediately transform. And I have also turned off the Supersonic music so we can enjoy the fantastic T-Lope soundtrack that we've got here. Gonna jump over this area, grab ourselves a lightning shield, as Supersonic with a lightning shield is the most OP thing you can get, because now all the rings will magnetize towards us. And at the cost of 1 ring per second, Sonic gains permanent invincibility, a higher acceleration, and a much higher jump height as well. So now we are into Heavy Gunner. This is Heavy Gunner. They're going to fire missiles. It's going to be top, middle, bottom, 1, 2, and 3. That is a 3. That is a missile that we do not want. 3s are slow. They are the last missile to come on the screen, so we just have to wait our way out of this one. And we're going to just jump back to the left here to try and hit the transition point. Unfortunately, we missed it because if you get a 3, you never hit it. We're heading up towards the top of the stage, which is really good for us. We want either a 2 or a 1. We want a top or a middle because those come on the screen much faster and make this boss go a lot quicker. Oh, we got another 3. What is this RNG? Game, please. So we got to do this 4 times. Each time we're hitting a different enemy. This time though, I'm going to use Tails to start flying. We're going to wait until the transition point hits, and then we are going to stay on the top route because this skips out part of the transition, as you see. Can we be lucky? Come on! Come on, RNGesus! Yay! We got a 1! Finally! So this missile is going to come on the screen first. And that means it is going to hit the enemy really, really quickly. And we are going to start flying with Tails. We just hit the transition point nice and quickly there. You saw that instant transmission straight to the next area. It's like Goku just teleporting. Shing! And he's off. Final missile. What are we getting? Ah! We got a 3. 3, 3, 1, 3. Not a good pattern there, unfortunately. Not much you can do about it either, though. You just got to take it as it is. But we didn't get the good patterns that we're after. So we're fine. Finishing with the lightning shield. The reason we went and grabbed the lightning shield in Act 1 here is because we are going to take the lightning shield into Act 2, deliberately slowing down at the end there so we don't send the special sign up towards doing a little pirouette and comes back down. Waste a couple of seconds, but we're fine. So we're going to use this lightning shield to navigate the first part of this stage as quickly as we can. Big jump here, grabbing some extra rings, using the double jump to our advantage, straight over and on, landing on the bumper. Can we roll through it? Nice roll through there. No bonks for us. Keeping the shield for as long as we can. We shouldn't need to lose it now, actually, which means we should get a very high amount of rings, which is good for us. We are at 48 rings already, so we're just going to keep running because we'll grab an extra few rings up here. As we stop, we'll transform now, and away we go. So we are now...
Got one for you when you have
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, it's $25 here from RJFLA. They said, good luck, Lava Reef 2 in the dark, let's go.
Oh yeah, you're going to look forward to that. Big jump here. Didn't get quite high enough though, so we're going to go through and down the funnel here. Yeah, a little bit of spoilers there. Lava Reef add 2 in darkness. I got a cool little trick that we can show off later on. Gonna skip part of the level there because we can jump up with supersonic. Gonna hold left so we don't go too high up there, making sure that we go super speed around that. The more speed you go in with a funnel, the faster you will spin around it. You may think you want to go fast there. You don't. You actually want to go slow, so you just slide right down it. But we're going to head to the boss fight now. Going to do 2 more loop jumps as we get to the end here. There's one. There's the second one. Super speed off. Bringing Tails over here. Come on, buddy. Stop spinning that way. And a cool little effect with Supersonic here is if Tails is grabbed onto Supersonic, Tails also gets the invulnerability for Supersonic, which makes bosses like this an absolute cinch. So we're going to use our buddy here again. We're just going to fly up. We're going to hit the capsule the moment it comes in screen there. And we're going to head straight into Flying Battery. Flying Battery, another stage that has some cycles. I want to try and get to the area with the magnetic platforms around the 49-second mark. We'll see if we can make it. Let's see how the start goes. As first, we have to go down to the bottom of the ship and go over some deadly kill planes because the level is, of course, in open sky. And if we fall down, we might die. Let's see if we don't do that. Ideally, we don't want to fall down. Let's see if we can time ourselves with these jumps. So we want to jump and then fire dash over. Big jump, fire dash over, landing into the cylinder. And off we go straight through, getting over the bottom section. I don't have to panic anymore because I won't fall down the sky anymore. No raining Sonics, at least in Act 1. So now we're going to grab ourselves the lightning shield and we're going to use this with the magnetic ceilings. Again, the lightning shield will magnetize all rings to us, gives you a double jump if you are not supersonic, and will also in this stage allow you to magnetize to the rings. We've got ourselves the 45 time, which means we are fine. This will activate at 49 seconds, 49 starts, and we get magnetized all the way up. This allows us to take the top route through this stage, which means we're waiting on a few missile cycles, but overall is a much safer route, as long as Tails doesn't eat any of them. So we are straight through, grabbing another lightning shield. Not that we need it because we already have it. Going to probably get the checkpoint at about a 1:19 here, which is a really good time. Just falling straight down, and away we go. The question is, will Tails make it to the boss room with us? He's keeping up quite nicely. We got a 1:14. That's a really good checkpoint. That's a 5-second time save over what I normally get there. Again, first boss, same as the rest of them. We're just using Tails to fly up here, and away we go. Now, we do have a lightning shield here, and this is showing us the gimmick for the second level, which is junk. However, we're going to skip the cutscene because the cutscene takes too long, which does unfortunately mean we'll be losing our lightning shield, but there is another lightning shield in the stage, so we don't have to worry about it. We're just going to head off and immediately grab ourselves a really quick big ring that is down the bottom route. As this game, unlike the classic style games, they don't have to take the top route all the time. In fact, the fastest route is not always the top route. The developers of this game were aware of a lot of things of classic Sonic speedrunning and have tried to incorporate a few different level designs. For example, this level we want to stay down the bottom as much as we can, as that is faster, even though it is slightly more dangerous. So we're going to grab ourselves the lightning shield that is just hiding up in a secret alcove in here. We're going to use this to attempt a boss skip. I'm going to give it one try. There are 3 ways that this boss skip can fail. The worst one is if Tails ends up at the boss area with us. We want him to be where the capsule is, not where we are. We'll see what happens. I don't want to get squished by that, so we're just going to wait. And we're going to run ourselves up here. Deliberately going to enter a bonus stage coming up soon, just so we can stop ourselves from being supersonic. There is no way to de-transform other than entering in one of these special stages, but we're just going to come out of them immediately. No pinball for us. There's Mania and Ray. It's the only time you're ever going to see them. We're going to see if we can position ourselves in such a way where we can do a jump and end up above the capsule, and Tails is in an area with the capsule. We get one attempt at this. If we die, I would prefer to die so we go back to the checkpoint. If Tails ends up with us, we have to retry and do the stage again. It's a risky strat, but we're going to go for it. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Nah, we're dying. We're dying. That's fine. So the problem there was I jumped a little bit too early. We didn't have enough speed, but it's not the worst case scenario for us. The worst case scenario is having to redo the entire stage. Thankfully, there are still 50 rings here, so we can grab 50 rings between now and the boss fight to allow us to do the boss in supersonic form. It saves about 20 seconds if you can skip the boss. However, it's always worth trying to go for it in a run. Okay, Tails, I'll just stay down here then, buddy. Thanks. So what we're going to do is we'll take the intended route here. Just run ourselves through up, grabbing as many rings, jumping off here to grab this 10 ring with a lightning shield. That allows us to grab the last set of rings here, which we will use to activate ourselves when we go up to this area. So we're going to wait for the boss to come in and we will transform. This is Eggette. This is Eggman's niece. She is inside a machine that we cannot damage in any way, shape, or form. So what we've got to do is we've got to bump it into the spikes. I'm just kidding. It's Eggman upside down, but there was a misread sprite, and it looks like the best thing ever. So we got 4 hits there. We got 2 double hits, which is very nice. When I use it to hit him into the last set over here. 1 and 2. There's the final double hit. And that is Flying Barry Act 2. So unfortunately, failing the boss skip. The boss skip takes us up to this area where Tails will hit the capsule, and we are above that area standing on a magical platform that appears once you despawn the kill plane. It's really cool, but as we said, you get 1 and done. However, we're coming in to the next stage, which is Press Garden, another unique stage here. We're going to see if we can make a 0 cycle, as there is a 0 cycle in this stage that we thought was... We thought a specific cycle was the fastest, and then it was recently discovered that there is an even faster cycle, but it requires you to be supersized, and we'll see if we can pull it off. It's going to be very close, and we'll see what we can do. This stage, of course, is a giant printing press. You've got lots of bouncy papers, lots of bouncy rollers. We'll see if we're going to get it. Oh, we just missed it. So 29 seconds, and the blocks will appear again, and we're just going to use these blocks to head up and round, and away we go. So again, this stage has a very vertically based stage layout to it. There's got a lot of bouncy things, a lot of squishy things that we want to make sure we do not get hit by. Again, once we are super, the only thing that can kill us is drowning, being squished, or falling off the edge of a level. Thankfully, we cannot fall off the ledge of this level because there is no holes to fall into. There's a nice big jump coming up, though, that we're going to see if we can pull off. Let's see if we can drop dash up a vertical wall. There we go, straight up on the ramp, grabbing the fire shield. This will be important for Act 2. And we are going to navigate up to the boss fight here. There's a really important thing coming up. I need you all to use your waving emotes, because there's a boss here who's very nice. He's just keeping an eye on the facility for us, but unfortunately, we have to beat him up. But at least he introduces himself to us. So here we have the boss. Lifted boss. Hi, boss. So we're going to have to jump in and use our height to just get into the boss area here. Gotta hit him, unfortunately. He's going to wave goodbye now. Goodbye, boss. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you, my friend. He's gone. And we're going to get a little bit of swag here. I'm going to have Sonic facing the left. We're not going to skip the cutscene because I need to keep the fire shield. But keep an eye on what Sonic does now. Swag. Oh, yeah. He can do a moonwalk. He moonwalks himself backwards. So Press Garden 2 here, the gimmick of this stage is getting frozen, but because we have the fire shield, we will not be getting frozen at all, and instead I'm going to be grabbing the rings and destroying all the spikes with my fire shield here. It is really good that the fire shield works. We want to grab as many rings as we can because there's an area that has a 10 ring box, and we want to make sure we have all the rings we need by that point. So we're coming down to it here. We've already got 45. We got more than enough rings. Going to transform. We can no longer melt ice because Supersonic loses that property. It is to prevent us from getting soft walls, but that is good because we want to get frozen here. And as we get frozen, keep an eye on Sonic's eyes. You okay, buddy? No? Okay, well, heading into that area that you can only get into with the fire shield or becoming an ice block of your own, heading straight up to the boss fight here, which is Heavy Shinobi. I'm going to play a game of who has the bigger hitbox. Hint, it's me. So we get 3 hits on the boss. Going to run in, and where the boss is going to be when he drops down again. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more hits to go there. 1, 2, the boss is done, and that is Heavy Shinobi. And that was also Press Garden. So that is now done. Using the power of the Phantom Ruby, Dr. Robotnik is going to send us to Little Planet. We are going back to Stardust Speedway. This is the stage where Knuckles was introduced. Well, this level was revealed as well. We are currently in the past with a nice chill soundtrack coming through it for us. And this stage is the same as the rest of them. We want to grab 50 rings as soon as we possibly can, but we're going to use some jumps and all these little spring areas and all these loops and all these jumps, trying to navigate as quickly as we can. It's almost a bit of a maze on this level if you've never played it before. Casual playthrough, there's a lot to explore in this area. Coming into the most heartfelt room ever, it's Spike Room. And it's heartfelt because so many runs come in that room to die, because if you get hit by those spikes, you're losing all your rings, and it's not good for us. 46 rings, meaning we'll be 50 here, which is perfect. Goodbye, little lightning bug. We'll see you in a moment. See if we're in time. Not quite in time, but we can launch ourselves over, do a big jump here, straight through, and we're going to navigate to the boss area. So if you've got anything you'd like to say, now is a perfect time.
my goodness, sure. There's something here from a couple bosses ago. Polka God, $25. Good luck on the run, and remember, everyone, wave.
Yeah, wave to the boss.
Also have a Synth Wave with a $25 donation. Gotta go fast and have more Celeste.
Oh yeah, the bonus game being Celeste, definitely want to see Celeste. Such a good run, and Tej is a great runner of the game.
A lot of compliments to you here too. $5 from Anonymous. This guy rules, coronavirus does not. More this guy, less virus.
Thank you. I 100% agree. We are now coming in at Stardust Speedway Act 2 here. This stage effectively plays itself about halfway through. So we're going to jump ourselves around here, land on our speed boost, and grab a rocket. And this rocket is going to take us up to a nice set of rings that we're going to try and grab as much of as we can there. Ooh, got about 12 there, which is like the most I've ever grabbed. So we're going to navigate ourselves around here. After the second loop, we're going to jump. I'm going to let the game run the way over. We're going to dodge the second rocket here. And now the game is going to play itself. Look, man, no hands. Yeah, we just let it play itself at that point. We got one more jump we need to do here. We're going to transform just at the end of it so we don't hit that spring and get sent back to where Tails ended up. And now we are coming into the Metal Sonic boss fight. This is set up into 3 phases. I am going to try and do the boss skip. We'll see if this works. If it does not, we will have to restart and do this as normal Sonic. Again, it's another risk versus reward thing. So the first section here is our runaway section from him. Because we're Supersonic, this is really fast. And we're going to just not have to worry about any of the attacks that he's going to try and pull off on us. We're then going to stop at a certain point, do a one-tap spin dash, and get ourselves stuck in a wall. So we're going to line ourselves up here. One-tap spin dash into the wall. Away we go. We're going to jump once and then jumping all the way up the wall. Gonna hit the checkpoint there. Gonna run up to the boss. So I'm sorry, all you fans of Silver Sonic. He's gone, and I've just dropped my controller. Too excited and dropped the controller here. What is this? So we're gonna come into the Metal Sonic Kai boss fight here. We gotta hit the Phantom Ruby, making sure we stay in front of the boss. As Tails demonstrating, if you go behind him, you're gonna fall down to a kill plane. We don't want that happening. And now we've got ourselves the boss defeated. Gonna grab the capsule. Grab the ruby, Tails. Grab the ruby. Ah, we could have ended the game right here. But alas, we did not. Unfortunately, the game continues on. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. So we are coming into Hydro City. Or Hydro City if you're a bad person. I don't know. It's a running gag that keeps going on forever. Hydro City, who knows? I'm Team Hydro City. I'll see you all later. But yeah, this stage here is a very, very interesting stage. This is a stage where we actually take a mixture of all the routes. The top route, middle route, and the bottom route here. And because of that, there are no checkpoints until the boss fight. So if we die, we'll be right at the very back of the stage. So let's hope that we don't die. We are trying to make a cycle at about the minute mark of the run here, while trying to grab as many rings to get into Supersonic. We do have one last shield, of course. It is the bubble shield, and there it is right there. Wow. Shout out to Old Club, who loves the wow noise and runs Knuckles this game. Recently just set a new world record for Knuckles as well. I believe 46:15 is what he got it down to. So massive congrats to him there. The bubble shield, of course, prevents us from drowning, so now Supersonic cannot drown, making the cycle with plenty of time to spare here. This is the bulk cycle that we need to wait on. But yeah, the bubble shield there allows us to do the bubble bounce while we are not Supersonic, and also allows us to not drown, which is really important. I'm going to do one last jump down here, casually just phasing through the ground there. No idea why that works, it just does. If you face the opposite direction of the platform at a high speed, you just phase right through it. And here's something you never thought you'd see. Eggman in some scuba gear. Why is he in scuba gear? Well, because he's dropping some bombs and giving us a shout out to Labyrinth Zone. So again, we're going to just navigate our way up the top of this area here. Tails will despawn before he gets crushed. We don't like bullying Tails. Tails is a good boy. We like Tails. Gonna wait for this area to lower down. Don't release too quickly or you will get stuck in the wall, which is basically it's a run ender. Goodbye. And don't leave your Eggmobiles unattended, or random hedgehogs may decide to come and commandeer them. Those of you who have played the classic Sonic games, specifically Sonic 3, may recognize this boss. This boss is, of course, the boss from Hydro City, but reversed. We are the one in control of the fan now. We can drop the mines, we can drop the fan, and we need to suck him up here and make sure he hits the blades. We have run out of rings, which means we are now back to normal Sonic, but the bubble shield looks like a kind of canopy for the Eggmobile, doesn't it? It's pretty cool design. And that is that boss done. We can just drop some more mines there. Gonna head into Hydro City at 2 now. Again, slowing down just before the sign so it doesn't send itself flying up into the air. And we're gonna try and do the triple bounce to skip the first cycle on these platforms that are coming up. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Can we get the triple bubble bounce? Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fine. We'll still make it. Yeah, we added an extra bounce, but we still skipped the cycle. I'll take it. Accidentally bonking on the wall there, but it's fine because we still made the cycle. There are exactly 53 rings between now and the first checkpoint in the stage, deliberately losing the bubble shield there so we can get access to the drop dash, as unfortunately when you have any of the elemental shields you no longer have the ability to do the drop dash. It's a trade-off. You either get the elemental shields ability or you have the drop dash, and in this case the drop dash is better. So we're going to grab the rings that are up here. You can see that we are at 43. By the time we get up to the top, we get to the checkpoint. There is 53 rings. We transform, and away we go. So the game wants us to do some kind of infinity platform. We ain't going to do any of that. We're going to run back up the slide, jump over, accidentally hitting off the top of the wall there. Slightly higher jump there. There we go. That's more like it. Skipping the entire right-hand side of the level there. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it a second time as well. And yeah, going to do the same thing twice. So spin dash round, up, through, and in we go. Down we go. Gonna jump up to the top row here, grab ourselves the bubble shield, big jump over, hit the spring, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing. The game expects us to go down to the bottom right, up to the top right. We're just gonna skip over that by casually jumping through level terrain because why not? And then we are coming to the boss fight area. So we are now into the boss fight. So here we have the boss. The game is very nice. It's going to explain what we need to do with the boss, and that is to send these mines to the boss. However, we are supersonic. We are invincible. This means we can also hit the boss. So not only do we not have to worry about using the mines as much, we now have so many more platforms we can use, like these blocks. And away it goes. And then I'll probably grab a little extra hit there. And now we're coming into phase 2, which of course we're going to use Tails once again. Buddy, we need you to fly for us. Outside the water we go, getting the 7 hits on the boss before the washing machine can start. Going to stay up here, hit the capsule, and immediately line ourselves up for the next level. For some reason, we can't skip this next cutscene. However, what it does mean is that we get this really cool little animation sequence that didn't exist. So straight into the next level, which is Mirage Saloon. Mirage Saloon Act 1 here is an auto-scroller stage. We've got Knuckles here. Hey Knuckles, how you doing? Oh no. Well, he's gone. He gets to go and do his own level. Hello, Heavy Magician. Nice to meet you. So the only thing we need to worry about in this stage is grabbing 50 rings. And once I've done that, then we can do a cool little glitch. But I am going to hand it over to Prolix at the moment. Take it away, my friend.
Alright, here comes a $100 donation from Bubbly Oasis. Had to donate for this supersonic run, gotta go fast. Also have Kesinetchu with awesome $10 donation, awesome run, awesome commentary. Argick earned my follow. Happy to be able to help, even if just a little bit. Fight this disease, and cheers from Brazil. Chilius donated $5, said Argick may not be able to run as fast as Sonic, but I'm sure Sonic is scared of Argick's talking speed.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, that's accurate.
We have $25 here from Daedalus200. This is a great reference. TGH is climbing the mountain. Why is it climbing the mountain? Also have Ben Lamoureux with a $50 donation. I'm a simple man. I see Celeste, I click donate. Love the runs, love the charity, keep up the great work. And yeah, we only need to raise a bit over $5,000 to see that Celeste bonus game. We're getting very close, and I know you all can do it. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for your donations and all your comments as well. Helping out during this this current situation is much appreciated, and hopefully we're providing you great entertainment as well. So we are coming up to a little skip here. I have confused the game by transforming while the train is moving left. I am on the foreground and the background. I hit the checkpoint and then somehow I die. But because we hit the checkpoint, it's fine. It means we get to skip the entire train section and head right to the boss. No idea why that works, why it happens. It's just a thing. If you transform when the train is coming on screen, that happens. And now we are coming into the boss. This boss can do 3 different attacks. It can jump out once, it can jump out 3 times, or it can move to the left or right hand side, which will allow us to get 2 hits. This is going to give us a 3 hit, which is what we really, really want. We want him to do it again. Do it again, Cat Killer. Do it again. 1. Do it again. Yes, we got the perfect RNG on this boss for once. That never happens. Beautiful. That is the perfect pattern that you want. Normally, it doesn't do that. So I'm going to put that down to marathon luck and everybody giving me your energy. But that is, of course, Mirage Saloon Ad 1 complete. We are now going into Mirage Saloon Ad 2. Spoilers, Tails crashes the plane. Okay, no, he doesn't. He gets shot down, but we still love him. He can rebuild the plane. It's fine. But we are going to need him for some strats later on here, especially in this level. We're going to just navigate as we do. We're going to grab ourselves 50 rings and do Supersonic. Again, you may notice some characters in the background there from some previous Sonic games. Maybe Sonic the Fighters, or maybe even Triple Trouble. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing much of them, as we're going to skip the boss. We're going to use Tails here, and we're going to use something called Ice Cream Strats. And what I mean by Ice Cream Strats is that I'm going to line Tails up with some ice cream. He's going to eat some ice cream, and we're going to send him off to the boss. He's going to hit the capsule for us, and then we are just going to skip straight to Oil Ocean. So here's his ice cream sundae. We've already got it prepared for him. Nom 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 nom. Send him over. Send him down. Wait for him to spin. Jump at the ice cream. And suddenly, Tails hits the capsule. And that's it. Stage done. No boss required. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad you enjoyed your ice cream. I love Ice Cream Strats. Ice Cream Strats is probably my favorite thing in the game. And now we come to Oil Ocean. Oil Ocean, of course, a game from Sonic 2. Being remade and is surprisingly well done in this stage. They've turned a stage that was really bad in Sonic 2, in my opinion, and made it actually really fun in Mania here. So we're coming down the bottom right. As you see, a little extra feature with the fire shield is that it will set the oil on fire. And, of course, if Tails is stuck in that, it means he's going to take some damage. Oops. But we are navigating our way back up to the top stage here because it's really easy. And, of course, I don't know if we've got any fans of a certain old group that used to do some raps here, but I just wanna eat chili dogs. Can't say the rest on the GDQ stream. Dwayne and Brando, great rap, absolutely fantastic, and I can't stop hearing those lyrics in this. But yeah, we're coming to the boss of this stage. It is Bob the Builder. He's only here doing maintenance. He's not going to get a single attack off. If you have any stars in the chat, please give him your tried emoji, because he tried. He really did. Thank you for your service, my friend. I'm sorry we had to beat you up. And now we are coming into Act 2. We're going to position ourselves here, because you see the smog that's on the screen? This is the gimmick for Act 2. This smog is supposed to start draining our rings, similar to what Supersonic does. However, there's the lever for it, and we're just running away from it, never even activating it. So the smog is going to stay on screen permanently. So what we're going to do now is we're not going to bother activating the gimmick for this stage, but what we are going to do is we're going to do some foreground, background shenanigans. For those of you who are not aware of how Sonic games work, there is a foreground layer and a background layer. There are certain areas throughout each of the stages where you will transition between the foreground and the background. You can't really see it. But what we're going to do is we're going to use that to our advantage, specifically because Tails has priority. For whatever reason, if Sonic grabs Tails, instead of Tails getting Sonic's property, Sonic gets Tails' property. So we're going to position ourselves in this transition point. We're going to fly away. We're currently in the foreground now. Tails is in the background. Now we're in the background. So we now can't stand on any of the levels. So we're jumping into this oil here. We're going to navigate our way through the oil, making sure we land into the other oil at the base of the level here. We're going to come over here. We're going to come to where the boss arena is. We're going to fly with Tails again. And see those walls? Yeah, they're in the foreground. We're in the background. Sorry, boss. We're just going to fly over where the boss is supposed to be. We're going to land on this capsule here. Going to position myself so I don't fall off the capsule. Skipping the boss, skipping half the stage, and finishing in 1 minute and 14 seconds. Because we didn't finish the game right, I can't skip this cutscene, and now we have to die. But it's fine, because it takes us to Lava Reef anyway. This is Lava Reef. This is the best stage in the game, in my opinion. Best old stage, should I say. Best nostalgic stage. The best new stage is Titanic Monarch. You've not yet seen this. The level theme of this is just fantastic. I love it in Sonic 3. I love it in Sonic Mania. T-Lopes has done a fantastic job with the music. It is just on point. Real Coon, if you're here, I know you're laughing at me when I mention music all the time, buddy. So we're going to transform. That is the only detour we will take to grab any extra rings, because it allows us to get 50 pretty much right at the start of the stage there. Getting a nice drop dash on a sub-pixel there, so we went nowhere. Tails going to betray us probably. Yep, Tails betraying us by spin dashing the wrong way. Thanks, buddy. We're going to dash our way through here. We're going to navigate our way through the stage. Nothing too much that we need to worry about in this stage. It is just a very smooth stage. We've got my favorite jump coming up later on in the stage, though. And, yeah, so I'm going to hand it over to Prolix for a bit. Are you here, buddy? Maybe not. Oh, well then, you're going to get to see my favorite jump coming up. Let's see if we can nail it. Straight down and up and in. Oh, we hit the top of the roof. If you're very lucky, you can get yourself all the way up the top of that in one swell swoop. And it is absolutely phenomenal. No worries, buddy. Take it away.
Okay, yeah, I have a special one here. It's $1,200 from Moonwalking Sonic. They say, donating my entire CARES Act stimulus during this incredible speed run because I'm one of the lucky ones who needs it even less than Argick needs to breathe and drink like a normal human.
Thanks, sir. I mean, yeah, I love doing high-speed commentary for these games. It's a high-speed game. It's a high-speed commentary. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you're all enjoying it. Here's the boss. Can't hit the boss right now until it loses its super armor. It'll lose its super armor once it hits lava twice. It hit lava twice. Now we can hit it. So we're just going to hit it here. I'm going to take it out. It's going to come back down one more time. And we're just going to donk its noggin here. Cool little fun fact about this boss as well. If you pause and restart the stage once this lava has dimmed, you can play this entire stage with no lava active. It's pretty cool. What else is pretty cool is this glitch that we're about to do. We're going to let this cutscene play, but only halfway. Let's see if I can time this right. There we go. So now we should be in Lava Reef Act 2, but its lights have been turned off. Oh no, it's in darkness. But this means we get to look at these amazing crystal effects that the dev team have made. Look at the crystals in this stage. Isn't it glorious? This is my favorite stage and song. Lava Reef Act 2. Old Clove was the one who showed me this one. He is adamant that he is not the one that discovered it, but whoever is the one that discovered it, I thank you, because this makes this stage look absolutely beautiful. It does make it slightly harder because it means you can't see the ground anymore. But we're going to do one other trick here. This is our last zip in the game here. As I mentioned earlier, the developers of this game are well aware of classic Sonic speedrunning, which is why there are no level zips or level wraps in this game, simply because they are not possible in Mania mode. They are possible in Encore mode via other means, but not Mania mode. Anytime you are stuck in a wall or an area that you are not supposed to be, the game will only enable you to go one direction, up. And then most of the time, going up leads you to being squished, as there's a special Eggman style block that you can't see, that it is invisible, and if you touch it, it will kill you. That's the game's way of making sure you don't soft lock. And it's also the reason why we don't get any of these zips. But we get to use it twice, as you saw. We got to use it here in Lava Reef 2, and you also got to use it in... I'm trying to think of the other stage's name now, and I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, let's not worry about that, because here's Heavy Rider. Heavy Rider and Jimmy the Motobug swinging the mace around there, rolling around at high speed, setting off fireworks and all the big cheers for everybody, and the boss is already gone. Goodbye, Jimmy. Tails, hit that button, and there we go. And we see Little Planet in the background, because we are taking another visit to Little Planet. As we are raising in the sky, we are heading towards Little Planet there, and it is time for anime. Metallic Madness Zone, and you'll know why it's anime once the main theme kicks in. So we're going to try and just navigate our way through this stage. This stage, you always want to stay in the top route, because if you go down the bottom route, just restart. It's so long and boring and not fun to do. You are quicker restarting the stage. So you want to stay up the top here. And we got the rap going on, and in the background we got anime. You'll hear what I mean in a second. This is anime. enemy. I am bottom right. Yep, we are definitely in the bottom right now. So Arg's going to take his own advice and is going to restart the stage because that bottom right is terrible. Ooh, we don't want that at all. The gimmick of this stage is the foreground background layer shenanigans that you can see going on there. I jumped the wrong direction there. I did not expect to land on that platform. But it means we get more anime. Don't you dare, game. Thank you. So we're going to run ourselves ragged, going to run our way up here, straight over, up we go. Jumping on, taking an intentional damage boost again. We've seen this part of the stage before. Hit the spring, up we go, through and round. Staying on the top route because the bottom route is bad. Through, round, jump. This time actually do the drop dash, buddy. No, get hit there. Right, fine, okay. Let's jump and drop dash on that. There we go. That's what we were aiming for. Now, the downside is I took damage there, which means I will not have as many rings as I normally do to get supersonic, but we'll see where we can grab some extra. We're at 23 at the moment. Let's see where we can find some extra rings. I know where I can find extra rings. I'm going to wait for that guy to disappear, and then we're going to come up here because there's extra rings just like that. And down and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Well, we do know. We stop at the boss when we get there. Taking the top route on this big red spring when it comes back for us. Through, round, up, and through. Here's the background. Boing, flip. And now we're in the background. Coming up, ran through and gone. We skipped the entire background section of the first part of the stage there. It is long. It is boring. Don't do it. Instead, we get to do the boss fight. Shoutouts to Sonic 1's boss fight, because that is literally what we're doing. He will pop up in one of the pillars here. Which pillar it is, we don't know. After 4 hits, he will go into desperation mode, and he will activate every 4th pillar. So while this is happening, I'm going to hand it back over to Prolix.
All right. Let's see. We've got a donation of $20 here from Gleaming Death. It says, I may be laid off, but things aren't so bad for me. Here's $20 for the frontline homies. Keep up the amazing gameplay. Also have $5 here from Iggy Zig. Argick is commentating at around the speed of sound, and it's awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it.
$25 here from Michael. Just had to quickly donate during one of my favorite games of all time, Sonic Mania. Gotta donate fast or the run will be over. Hope we can get rid of this virus even quicker.
Definitely. This is a great game. This personally knocked Sonic 3 and Knuckles off the top spot as my favorite 2D Sonic game. And when I say knocked it off the top spot, I mean like... If Sonic 3 Knuckles is a 99, this is a 99.1 because I love them both. So now we are in Metallic Madness Act 2 here. We're going to try and grab as many rings as we can. And the special gimmick in this stage is the cutest little thing that you ever did see. And it's coming up right now. It is, of course, Chibi Sonic and Chibi Tails. We hit the dastardly shrink ray once again. We are tiny. And we got to just navigate our way through this area. Look how cheaty they are. And now we also have Chibi Supersonic and the first instance of the super music that you're going to hear today. With the super music code, you can disable the supersonic theme. Other than this stage, for some reason, if you're chibi when you transform, the music still kicks in, which is not a bad thing because it means we get the best of both worlds. We get to hear the soundtrack and we get to hear the supersonic theme. So trying to make a 58 cycle, I don't think we're going to quite make it. Will depend entirely on this jump. Is it a good enough jump? It was, but I think I might just be a little bit too late. Let's find out. Can we make the 58? No, we're just too late. So we're going to wait for the 102 here. 102 spins us around. Here we go, down into the gacha machine. Mom, can I have £1? I want to get a toy at the spinning machine. Yay! Oh, wait a minute. It's not a toy. It's an Eggman boss fight from Sonic 2. Then it's an Amy doll. And then it's a boss fight from Sonic 2 again. Then it's a boss fight from Sonic 1. What is this? Of course, what we have to do is we have to hit these bosses 3 times and knock out every single one of them that pops out here. Only got 2 Amy's this time, and we're going to see if we can use Tails to our advantage here. Go, buddy! Fly, 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 fly. Will he get him? Oh, just a little bit too high. And then Eggman is our final prize as we are coming into the final action stage of the game, which is, of course, Titanic Monarch. And my favorite new stage of the game here. Titanic Monarch is fantastic. I love the music and I just love how the speedrun flows. So this stage takes everything that you have known and puts it all in a one. It's got all the elemental shields in it. It's got all the different hard style enemies that you would see in a final stage. It's got the orbs from Death Egg Zone. You name it, it has a lot of stuff in it. So we are navigating our way through this. We've got Tails for one last thing, buddy. Give us a hand. Flying up all the way using a Tails and Knuckles exclusive route. You may rest easy, my prince. Although we said that to him, and he's still going to come back anyway because it's Tails and he sticks with his buddy through thick and thin. Here he comes. So lots of bumpy platforms in that here, lots of back and forth. This uses pretty much the full length of a stage. It is both long horizontally and vertically, and here is the gravity room where we're going to get a really quick ascension up there. That's so smooth and I love it. We'll see if we're going to get wonky camera here. Wonky camera is when the game cannot keep up with Sonic, and we'll see if I'm going to have to play this pseudo blindfolded or not. Here comes wonky camera. What's going to happen? Are we okay? We're okay. We don't have to play blindfolded today, which means we shouldn't get squished up here. Let's find out. We are fine because there's a set of spikes that are retracting in and out there, and if you're unlucky, you'll hit it at the moment that it pops out and you'll get yourself squished. More gravity orbs here. And we're just going to run ourselves down and through this area, heading towards the boss fight. You can see the outside of the Monarch right there. That is where we are. That is where we are heading. And if you've played Sonic 3 and Knuckles before, you'll know which boss is coming up next. Straight up, up, and away we go. Landing on the top section here. Running our way through it into Crimson Eye. A very familiar boss fight here. But this time, instead of controlling a giant laser beam, we get the first 8 hits in phase 1. And then in phase 2... it controls gravity. It controls the elevator. It has given us low gravity, which is the best pattern that you want to see. You always want to see low gravity, especially if you're a Knuckles runner. Because if you get heavy gravity, Knuckles can only get one hit in the boss, whereas every other character can kill the boss in one cycle. More RNG for Knuckles. And now we're coming to Act 2, which of course is the inside of the Titanic Monarch. This stage is split up into 6 areas. We've got the starting area here, and we've got the boss area. And then we get taken to 4 individual rooms that we are going to go through here. Going to grab the classic shield from Sonic 1. You saw it in Mirage Saloon Act 1. This one doesn't have any special ability, but that does mean that we can still use the drop dash, which is a neat little feature. Falling ourselves way down here. We're taking the bottom left zone first because this area has a secret exit that contains a lightning shield and a 10 ring box, and a lightning shield plus supersonic equals very, very fast-paced running. So we're going to stop, we're going to do door dash and jump and run up the wall just because we can, landing inside the crash test dummy. Sonic is not happy about this. Using the orb to navigate our way through. Going to drop dash here. Where are the pistons at? Pistons are a decent cycle, so we're not going to transform and wait for them. And we are going to just run our way through here, taking as fast as we can go. Up and running, and we're going to take the right-hand side exit. There's an exit to the left and to the right. We want the right-hand side one here, because that is where the lightning shield is. And we're going to fall out back to the main room, transform into Supersonic, and take the top left path. Now, this top left path here, the one thing that we worry about is these pistons. These pistons are mean because they can squish you between that wall or between each other. Pistons are not fun. Always respect the piston. And we are going to take ourselves up and through a little extra feature with the lightning shield in this level, like Flying Barrier Act 1 and 2. There are little lightning surges here. You can get attached to them with the lightning shield, effectively magnetized to them, just like you did in Flying Barrier Zone. No major use for them in this stage, unfortunately, but it's still a cool little feature. More crash test dummy, even Supersonic doesn't like it. We are now going to head up to the top right when we come out of this area, and we are going to get a very vertical base room that starts with descending pistons. Ugh, don't like pistons. We got more of the giant orbs coming up here as well. And we're going to head straight up the very top here. Boing, boing, straight through 3 orbs. 1, 2, and 3. Up to the 4th orb, and then we want to get orbs 5 and 6. Ah, we got caught by the grandfather orb at the top there. And away we go. And now we're coming into the last section. A little bit of swag in the run here. Hit the spring and run on the roof. Now coming up is the boss fight. Now this boss fight is invulnerable. We're invulnerable. But the boss makes a really funny doing noise every time you hit his shield. So a little game I like to play is give me a number between 55 and 75. How many times do you think Sonic and Tails will bounce off the boss? Between 55 and 75. Boss itself is not really massively impressive. The boss will become vulnerable after so many bounces. We get 4 hits, we get sent into a heavy room, we do nothing in the heavy room, and then we rinse and repeat until we finish the boss. So how many? Between 55 and 75. We're going to try as many boinks as we can, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to hand it over to Prolix.
Okay, I will guess just 57 too. Might as well throw it in there. All right, here's $5 from Kernowl. It says, no need to thank me for the $5. It's Celeste I could do to get Celeste as a bonus game. Thank you for that. Soft and Delicious donated $110 and said, in quarantine since 5 weeks back, my husband and I are so happy to have some GDQ to keep us company in these difficult times. Love GDQ and happy to support such an amazing cause. If we work together, we can speed run this pandemic. Much love from Sweden. And here is $10 from Atrius. It says, hey CRDQ, this one's for Argick, my new favorite runner. Here's to the NHS throughout the United Kingdom, first responders, and all essential workers the world over. Stay safe, stay at home. Bless all at GDQ for this momentous event. Let's have a phenomenal weekend fighting as we combat COVID-19.
Thank you very much for all your donations. And yes, a massive thank you to all those fighting on the front line, trying to keep this all under control. I believe I counted 56 there. I'm not entirely sure. We may have to do a recount. I'll be honest, I kind of lost count halfway through because I'm like, oh, I'm listening to donations here. There was a Celeste pun. And I was like, dang it, I lost count. So now we are on the final fight here. You get this site for having all 4 Chaos Emeralds, apparently, all 7 Chaos Emeralds. This is the super exclusive fight. Using the power of Supersonic, the Phantom Ruby has teleported us into this weird area of time and space. The Heavy King is fighting Dr. Robotnik over the Phantom Ruby, and we get this banging soundtrack that we have to do. The timer, as you can see, is very weird and wonky, and we have a constant lightning effect as well as unlimited rings coming in here. Eggman we don't have to worry about, he is a pushover, but Heavy King has these little orbs that are annoying and can actually damage us. So we want to try and take both of these out as quickly as they can, as low to the ground as we can. Need to get 8 hits on both of them as well. Time is coming up on the final hit on Robotnik. I will let you know when that comes up. Heavy King will explode first, and then that means there is one more hit on Robotnik. And of course, got the absolutely phenomenal soundtrack coming up here. Here comes a really great guitar riff. Just boogie down. Star Please is in the chat for it. Even though my headset's falling off every time I move. It's great, isn't it? Headset, stay put. So again, nothing really too special we have to do in this one. The main important thing is that we try and get the hits as quickly as we can by spin dashing through him and trying to not get donked by the orbs here. I think he might be on his last hit. Okay, time is coming up on the last hit on Robotnik here. And time! And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Sonic Mania, Sonic and Tails, good ending. I hope you've all enjoyed the run here. I hope you've enjoyed my commentary as well. It has been a lot of fun. I am massively thankful to GDQ for accepting my run. This has been my first GDQ run, my first official GDQ run. I did run in Sonic and the Shiny Things, which was a really fantastic event 2 weeks back. So massive thank you to GDQ and everybody for getting us all set up on this. End of the game is happening here. You can see Little Planet once again is disappearing. Knuckles and Tails have escaped. Tails with his happy little face, and Knuckle no chuckle, because he no chuckle. And we can see Little Planet disappearing. Sonic giving us the little wink there, as Classic Sonic is now making his way over to Sonic Forces using the power of the Phantom Ruby. And there we go. That is Sonic Mania.
That was wonderful. Thanks very much to Argick for that run. We appreciate it, and I'm certain the audience appreciates it because we have so much support here in the chat and through the donations for the commentary, the run, etc. Here's a $100 donation from BD Jeffy P. Says, Celeste is the game we need right now. Can't wait to see TGH climb that mountain as fast as possible and get that true ending. And yeah, I wanted to read one more donation about Celeste because it is our upcoming bonus game and we need just a little bit more money to make that happen, to add it to the schedule. We've only got a couple games left, but I'm sure we can do it. I believe in you that we'll be raising enough money to see Celeste added to the schedule. We've raised over $16,500 out of our $20,000 goal to see that one happen. Okay, but enough about that. Just wanted to cover it briefly. And let's go back to some donations here for Argick and that Sonic Mania run. $25 here from Tiny Tim. Hey all, had to donate for the amazing Argick and Sonic Mania. Shout outs to the fabulous Prolix as host. Stay safe all. Cheers. Aquafina with 2 E's in there, F-E-E, Aquafina donated $25 and said, had to donate during Sonic Mania as it's my son Xander's favorite game. During this time, Sonic the Hedgehog keeps him calm while mom is away working as a nurse aide on the front lines of this pandemic. Thank you for all you're doing to support healthcare workers at this time. Gotta go fast. Yeah, one more here for you quickly. The Gaming Keys donated $10, said, loving the commentary by Argick. Lucky enough to have some extra money to put toward this. Good luck to all the runners and stay safe, everyone. Hey, yeah, thank you very much for the generosity. And just a brief reminder, coming up next, Halo Combat Evolved, legendary run by Kronos R. But that's going to do it for me, folks. I am finished hosting. I will be joining you shortly in Twitch chat and try to hang out as much as I can the rest of this weekend because we're going to have a great time here at Corona Relief Done Quick. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll be passing it off to the next host, Skybills, as soon as we come back from this message from Twitch.
Okay. All right, folks, welcome back to Corona Relief Done Quick. I'm Skybills. I'm going to be your host for the next few segments here. Very excited to be here. Real quick, let's talk. Speaking of segments, there is a bonus game, I believe, coming up. Bonus game 1 Celeste. This is going to be the Celeste True Ending by TGH. We are currently $15,218 out of $20,000. So if you want to see that Celeste run get met, that means TGH, and that means more of my lovely hosting voice. Please get those donations in as soon as possible, folks. Now time for a few donations. We have $50 from Sheds, who says, love Sonic Mania. Argick is amazing to be able to destroy a game and provide non-stop commentary. That is no easy feat. And thank you to the GDQ community for setting up this noble cause and all the speedrunners involved. Stay safe, stay home, and much love and appreciation to all the healthcare providers in the front lines. And again, I just want to take a quick moment to shout out Argick for that lovely commentary. I highly recommend going back and watching that run after this marathon is over if you have not already. $15 from Sorty Meeks, who says, TGH is one of the most amazing, dedicated speedrunners I've ever seen. Let's meet this incentive to see him climb the mountain in the blink of an eye. We have $25 from KS Crane, who says, gotta donate for the Halo speedrun. Thanks, GDQ, for giving us something to look forward to as we're cooped up for yet another weekend. $20 from Florian, who says, had to donate because of Argick's amazing Sonic Mania run. Hope to see him again in future GDQs. Much love from Switzerland. We have $10 from Making It Nerdy, who says, I was sad when I heard that SGDQ was delayed, but of course, Games Done Quick and their awesome community has found a way to help in this scary time. Thank you to GDQ and everyone working on the front lines of this pandemic. $10 from RAR215 that says, hey, I gotta say I've adored Argick's commentary for the Sonic Mania run. It has been a delight to watch. $50 from Alex212 that says, hi GDQ, thank you so much for all that you do. My father is beginning radiation treatment next week and I'm very anxious for his and all folks who are highly susceptible in their health, especially with COVID-19 still around us. I want to donate during Sonic Mania, as is one of my favorite games. Every year GDQ finds new ways to warm my heart and encourage human generosity. Thank you and love you, GDQ. Iron Yoshi donates $100, no comment, but thank you very much for your donation. $25 from Anonymous, who says, it is hard to donate while Argick is playing because I don't want to miss anything. Never saw him before and he is an absolute treasure. Putting this towards Celeste, let's get that incentive met. All right, and with that, I believe we are ready for our next run. Let's hear it for Kronos Returns for Halo Legendary. Good luck, Kronos, and have fun.